Where Danny Igali is in the studio, the president of Nigeria Wrestling Federation, and we know they just came back from South Africa where they participated at the Senior Commonwealth Championship. Well, it ended so well, right?
It was okay.
So well, yes, because all four wrestlers went. I mean, you came back with 4 medals, 1 gold, 2 silver, and a bronze medal. So I think it went well for me.
Yeah, no, considering the circumstances,
Yeah.
I thought they did very well. They were cool under pressure. They wrestled well. They knew they were wearing the Nigerian colors and had to represent. So, in my view, all things being considered, they did amazingly well.
So you give the athletes a pass mark, right?
Yes, pass mark will be about it. my standards are very high, I'm sorry.
Very high standards.
I understand that.
That's understandable.
But then, you know, when we had you on the show, before you guys went to South Africa, you know, for this Senior Commonwealth Championship, we talked about different things that were going to happen, or numbers of athletes that were going, but we're surprised that we just saw 4 going for it. And Adekure didn't make the squad. And so what happened? How come we had 4 athletes, 4 wrestlers going for the championships?
Adekure is in the U.S. right now.
Okay.
She's on a training program that I am aware of.
Okay.
We actually went with 5. We went with one of the male athletes, Soso Tamara.
Okay.
He did not medal. Actually didn't wrestle very well, but that's the story for another
So
day.
we kept seeing just 4.
Yes, the 4 girls. We had 4 girls, and they all medals. I was very impressed with the 76-kilogram wrestler, a new wrestler who won the gold medal, which bodes well for us. But there's a lot of work to be done.
Can you just talk us through some of the pictures that we're seeing now from the championships in South Africa?
This is the team, the team that went.
That's the full team that went?
Yes, there's a referee, and the gentleman with the safari that was there is from the LOC in Port Harcourt. Okay. So he was a bit separate from the team, but it's actually 5 athletes, and these are the 4 girls that went to the tournament.
Yeah, and that's a gold medalist there, or is that bronze?
This is a bronze medalist, yes, and this is a silver medalist. Blessing Oborodudu was a silver medalist. Aminat Adeni, who won our gold medal at the last Commonwealth Games, won a bronze this time. Yeah. So, and that's where I'm saying we have a lot of work to do. Because at the Commonwealth Championships, countries can represent 2 athletes in a weight class.
Okay.
We have 30 athletes in the 3 different styles, Greco-Roman, freestyle, and female wrestling. Okay. So what we wanted to do was to go with at the Commonwealth Games itself, they have only 6 female and 6 male freestyle. So we're going with all 12 to the Commonwealth Games. So we wanted to take those 12 to this championship so we could know where we are at the Commonwealth level. Let me tell you what is a bit difficult for me to take right now. India came with 60 athletes, a contingent of 82 people, 2 athletes per weight class.
Wow. And we got just,
Hang on.
Yeah, come on.
30 athletes and won 29 gold medals. We were the only country that won 1 gold medal out of the lot. While we were there, the Minister of Sports called, because there was a lot of cheers in the basement. And when we went down, it was the Minister of Sports who had called the team to promise that every gold medalist would get $10,000. Every silver medalist, $7,000, and every bronze medal, $5,000.
Minister of Sports of which country?
Of India. You had the Army representative there, Air Force there. They were coming to even recruit athletes for the Army and for the Air Force and for the Navy, the people who were winning gold medals. What I saw in South Africa is a bit troubling for me because Aminat was our gold medalist. Granted, she wrestled against a girl in our weight class that won a bronze medal at the Olympics. We lost 10-2. That is not something you recover in 1 week or 2 weeks. Blessing Oborodudu, if I'm going to call 3 gold medals, these 2 will be amongst them. Blessing Oborodudu lost by a fall, by a pinfall, to the Indian. At the last tournament in Poland, India went with 40 athletes. They had every competition. Canada didn't come with as many athletes because they're camping right now in Iran and in Austria. The girls are in Austria, the men are in Iran. Everybody's preparing.
Preparing for the Commonwealth
for
Games
the Commonwealth
next
Games.
year in Australia.
Next year in Australia. You see what our preoccupation is here? We want to go into a local camp so that we can go get some fitness. Let me tell you, in the past 3 years, no Nigerian has even scored a point on Adekoroye. No Nigerian has scored a point on Blessing Oborodudu. So a camp does nothing. In Nigeria, a camp is just a fitness test for Blessing.
Basically.
For Aminat. And these are the things we keep telling them. If you want to prepare, we know, I am a high-performance expert. I know how to get these athletes ready for major competitions. It is not to go and be in an enclosed camp in Nigeria for 2 months and go to the Commonwealth Games. It will do nothing. They will be fit to wrestle for 6 minutes, but what if the match ends in 1 minute? Because that's what's happening to us now. We are not ready for the Commonwealth Games. And I'm not just talking wrestling. I'm talking virtually every sport, and that is a cause for worry. Now,
you talked about the fact that as an high-performance expert and all that, what are the things you feel these athletes can actually do outside this local camp that we do every time? Because it seems we don't really have a competition among these. Some of these top athletes don't have competition at all because they're so good.
Exactly. It's the competitions we need. And if we're going to have camps, let's have foreign camps. And I'm not talking about camps for a month. Go for a camp for 7 days, 10 days, intense camps with other athletes where you get to train with 3, 4, 5 athletes in a week. I will take what we had in Brakpan, South Africa, over a 1-month camp. Because you know what? I know what's going to happen to Blessing. I now know what would have happened to Blessing in Australia. She got caught on a fireman's carry twice by an athlete that we didn't know about. I just found out that she won a bronze medal at the Under-23 World Championships. But it's now that I know. Aminat got caught on a hand drag 3 times, lost 8 points. And that is the athlete we're going to compete against at the Commonwealth Games. I wouldn't have ever known it if we had been in a camp here for 4 months. And that's why it's critical that we go to tournaments. And especially for this one. This was a tournament-specific training. Because it's the Commonwealth Championships we're talking about. It's the opponents you will meet at the Commonwealth Games that were here. And let me not even start talking about funds, because we went there without 0 funds. That's why I'm not even too upset with some of the athletes that didn't wrestle as well, because they gave their best.
Yeah, but, I mean, you can't run away from the funding issue. That seems to be the major problem. And the year's winding down gradually now. 2018 is upon us. Are there any signs out there that this particular issue will be overcome eventually, so you can actually go for these tournaments, all these competitions that you need, to improve the skill sets?
You see, the quicker we start treating the sports ministry as something that is unique and separate from agriculture and any of these other ministries, the better it will be for us. Because this is a service industry.
Yes, it is.
I had discussions with even the Minister of Sports, with the PAMSEC, and I was assured of funds for this tournament. But they have a bureaucracy.
So much bottlenecks or what?
So much bottlenecks. Yesterday morning, until 10 o'clock, I was still negotiating with the organizers of the tournament over $1,700 that was left to be paid. I'd exhausted myself. A friend of mine, a referee, had to come and stand at shorty to pay that before we left the hotel.
That's embarrassing.
That is what I am telling you. And now my worry, you know how I treat my athletes. Every female or male on my team, I look at them and I think to myself, would I do this to my son? Would I treat my son any differently? And honestly, I don't think Nigeria is treating these kids as they would treat their children.
I'm not sure they'll do that.